Hello everybody, welcome back to our AC Shadows playthrough. This is episode number 41 and the final episode of this, or 71, and the final episode of this recording trick. Last time we figured out where the wheel is. Kinda wish I had played that as Naue. I forgot that once you locked in as one, there was still going to be another mission or two where you could lock in as the other. But we're going to kill the wheel as Yosuke.
Time to confront the wheel.
I'll sweep the shoreline.
Kind of annoyed by that, because the harbor one was very boring. And had a glitched enemy as well. Lake Biwa. Gotta assassinate the wheel. Discovery. Bushima. Chikubishima. Ah, so this is Chikubishima. The wheel. The mourner's mass streams silent tears, but for who? You know, it's kind of interesting we still haven't gotten an identity, making me think that there's probably going to be one more quest with the wheel. But it's fine. Yeah, and I forgot to sell charms that I don't need anymore. Now, of course, Yosuke is going to do things his way, which means no stealth. There we go. Kill the gunner. Kill you quickly. Kill him with the backstroke. And then it's just the big brute. Oh, didn't mean to refill my tempo shots. Until I had killed this dude. Brutal. Huh. Not seeing much in terms of enemies anymore, but I heard them speaking. Alright, now let's refill my temple shots. Tamahagane and Mon. Oh, I can still refill tempo shots. Excellent.
More stairs. I had better hurry and get up there before sunrise.
Yeah. Kill the servant. Phew. Quick and brutal. Let's now get off the road. Konoji Temple. I feel like Yosuke would try to do a little bit of surveillance. Okay. Why could I not move forward? Huh.
Was anything there?
Welcome to Hogenji Temple. Even the soldiers are thieves. Thanks for the Mikan. They aren't saying anything. Why?
That was strange.
Oh, I was muted. Well, I read everything that the corrupt Daikan, the art dude, was, and was talking about how it was really annoying that my stealth seems to be wonky. Like that dude just didn't notice me, despite the fact my stealth setting isn't the lowest stealth setting. And I also was talking about how I'm surprised nobody out inside was like wondering what was going on outside with sounds of combat and gunshots.
No longer seize wealth from the poor of Omi. We have taken enough.
Hey!
Lady Oichi, the mourner.
I knew it.
Were you surprised, Yasuke? Come, sit.
You. But why?
Sir, please, respect the parsonage of Lady Oichi and be seated.
Lady Oichi, explain yourself.
I wanted only to help the people of Omi.
By stealing from them?
A poor harvest. The people were starving. I borrowed from a moneylender. The Daikan of Omi.
The people ate, but Lady Oichi's debts grew and grew.
One day, the moneylender invited me to a group. He said we could help the province.
That was not wise.
By the time I discovered my mistake, it was too late.
These are lies. Obvious lies.
Why should I lie? Why should I live? Nagamasa is dead. Nobunaga is dead. Everyone is dead.
Please, sir. She did not know the evil this group would do.
Don't I get a say?
You do. But Nae, she was kind to me at Azuchi. Her brother made me a samurai. I owe her.
Blood must be paid in blood, Yasuke. Lady Oichi must die.
I was once again muted, but I feel like Yasuke would spare her because he does know her better. And do I think she's genuine? I'll be honest, I don't know. But I'm more interested to spare and see what happens.
We cannot build a world without mercy, or we are no better than those we overthrow. Lady Oichi, why not tell me? I could have freed you from their grasp.
But you have. Don't you see?
Fine. Fine. Tell me, what more do you know about this group?
I know little. But I can tell you that Lord Mitsuhide knows all. Seek him.
We shall. What will you do now?
First, I will give you my brother's swords. Take them. Wield them well. Second, I shall meditate upon my misdeeds and possible remedies. Farewell, Yasuke.
Seems we made the right choice. But now he's not happy.
Are we doing any good at all? How can we build a land of peace on the backs of 1,000 dead?
Now we are doing good.
Lady Oichi likes you, and you like her. I can tell. It will never work. She's a daimyo's daughter, and you're just a samurai.
How do you know I was not a prince among my people?
Were you?
Someday I will tell that story. But today is not that day.
Well, that started off kind of bad. Quest completed. The wheel unmasked. Got Myth Slayer, improved Repose, and Mon. New quest. The wheel turns. Corrupt Icon there. And 5 points. The wheel turns. We'll deal with that later. Yeah, that cutscene was overall better than I thought it would be. Thankfully. Spared. Lady Oichi. The Mourner, also called the Wheel, controlled Shinbakufu activity in northern Omi. She is Lady Oichi, the sister of Oda Nobunaga. After a heated dispute, Naoe and Yasuke agreed to spare her. Well, we also started going after the corrupt Daikan. I think next episode I want to assassinate the soiled merchant. We also got people of Omi, Lady Oichi, friend and servants of Oda Nobunaga's sister, concerned about her welfare. Read Oichi's letter. There's Kuma, who I actually quite like. I like him enough that I was willing to spare Lady Oichi. Mine Echoes, Purge, Corrupt Entity, Kill Guardians, complete the tournament quest. Okay. Rifts and Anomalies. Cool. People of Yamashiro. Oh yeah, killing bandits there. Clan crests and T-balls. Well, we'll deal with that later. Let's look at the codex for Kuma and then Rokaku Yoshikata / Shote. The Rokaku... Really? Oh, that's annoying. It doesn't show it in the side screen anymore. The Rokaku were warriors who settled south of Omi province, not far from Lake Biwa. These warriors functioned as the region's military governors. However, in the aftermath of the Onin War at the end of the 15th century, this family managed to emancipate themselves and transform into warlords, leading a unified fief. From then on, and for nearly a century, the Rokaku constituted the most powerful lordly clan in the region. Their geographical position, however, forced them to ally with their neighbors, or on the contrary, to fight them. First the Koyogyoku, then the Miyosho, then the Azai, before being eliminated by Oda Nobunaga in 1570. Yoshikata inherited Kanonji Castle from his father and settled there in 1552. He repelled the Miyoshi in 1559, managed to negotiate peace between them and the shogun Shikaga Yoshiteru. The same year, Yoshikata shaved his head and became a monk under the name Shote, or Jote. In 1560, he was attacked by the Azai, whom he first defeated, and then was defeated by Azai Nagamasa at the Battle of Narada. Nevertheless, the Rokaku maintained their position more or less. In 1568, Oda Nobunaga entered Kyoto and asked Shote to rally, but he refused. Defeated again, Shote had to abandon Kanonji Castle and take refuge in the Koga district, where he had supporters, but he could not withstand the shock of Nobunaga's armies led by Shibata Katsui, and suffered defeat after defeat in 1570. From then on, the powerful Rokaku clan disappeared. Shote was placed under house arrest by a vassal of Nobunaga, then escaped in 1574 to take refuge again in Koga at Shigaraki, where he lived reclusively without real political influence. Yoshikata was the originator of an original lordly law issued in the Rokaku domain in 1567. Originator of an original lordly law is such a weird way to phrase that. He's said to have been baptized in 1581 and later in his old age became an Otogi Shu, a prince's advisor to Hideyoshi. Shote is known for his skill in archery of the Yoshida school and for his treatise on horsemanship, which followed the principles of the Sasaki school. Here's Shote. Okay, and then Kenyo. What is this? Tutorial? Nope. Kenyo, also known as Kosa, served in the 11th Pontiff Hosu of the Honganji, the central institution of the True Pure Land School, Jodo Shinshu, also known as the Iko sect. He succeeded his father by ascending to this position at the tender age of 12. Whoops. Throughout the first half of the 16th century, the Honganji emerged as a formidable powerhouse, rivaling the great daimyos. Kenyo, following in the footsteps of his father, solidified his status by marrying a princess from the esteemed Kujo family at the imperial court. Honganji's influence was bolstered by leagues of peasant believers, the Iko-Iki, which held significant sway in the regions such as Ichizen, Kaga, and Mikawa. Despite the burgeoning power of Oda Nobunaga, Kenyo adeptly maintained a policy of equilibrium in the Kinai region until 1570, when he resolutely refused to submit. At that juncture, the Honganji was entrenched in the formidable fortress of Ishiyama, later the site of Osaka Castle, under Hideyoshi, renowned for its impregnability. Nobunaga's siege of Ishiyama spanned approximately a decade. Kenyo, leveraging the support of regional leagues and alliances with powerful daimyos like Takeda Shingen, I forget what his name was, the Tiger of Mori? Not the Tiger of Mori, he was a Mori, of the Mori clan, but he's the Tiger of, I forget his region. And the Mori mounted a prolonged resistance. However, Nobunaga systematically subdued peasant leagues and the Honganji's allies, such as the Asakura and the Azai. Subdued the peasant leagues, and the Honganji's allies, such as the Asakura and the Azai, were vanquished. In 1580, Kenyo was constrained to negotiate peace with Nobunaga and evacuate the fortress, leading to the temporary relocation of the Honganji to the Kii Peninsula. Genyo's subsequent relations with Hideyoshi were markedly more amicable than the contentious interactions he had with Nobunaga. Hideyoshi accorded him considerable respect, securing honors for him at the imperial court, and in 1591 granted him land in Kyoto. This land became known as the site of the new Honganji, now known as Nishi Honganji. Here he is. Okay, and then Am I Sokyu? Oh, that's an interesting plot. I don't remember if I read this. For now, though, let's read Kuma. Humble peasant from the rice fields of Omi, Tominaga gained his nickname Kuma, or Bear, during a sumo match performed for a local daimyo. Now he's ready to fight and die as Lady Oichi's bodyguard. Alright, we'll go back and read the Imai one and then we'll end the episode. Imai Sokyu. In a world ruled by feudal leaders, Imai Sokyu was one of the prominent figures of his time as a wealthy arms dealer, a tea master, and a skilled politician. During his youth, he studied the tea ceremony in Sakai under the guidance of Takano Jo, 1502 to 1555, who was known for his development of the aesthetic philosophy centered on the concept of wabi, beauty and simplicity, and whose daughter later married Sokyu. Imai Sokyu became rich by producing firearm ammunition, all while being by Oda Nobunaga's side, mainly as a compulsive tea utensil collector. His position gave him the reputation of a double-faced man, both as a merchant of death and a theoretician of the peaceful tea ceremony. Then he became the Grand Tea Master of Hideyoshi and was one of the three great tea masters of his time, along with Senno Rikyu and Suda Sokyu. He played a crucial role in popularizing the hot water for tea to be more than just a pastime of the middle classes of Sakai, Kyoto, and Nara, but also made it popular among the powerful feudal lords of the country, starting with the unifiers Oda Nobunaga and Toyotomi Hideyoshi, formed it and even turned it into a political tool. Interesting. Alright, well, I think that's where this episode's going to end. Next time, I'm probably going to go after the Soiled Merchant as Yosuke, but that'll be for next time, whenever that is. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all have enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one, when we'll be 29 hours and 20 minutes in. Till then.